Now, all of you notice here, we are going to start multiplication of decimals today. We are starting product of a decimal and a power of 10. So, we are going to first learn how to multiply a decimal number by 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, etc. Okay. So, the rule says, children listen carefully. The rule says, write all the digits in the number as it is. The decimal number will be given to you. Write all the digits as it is, but without the decimal point. Whatever digit, suppose 6.93 is given, write 693. Then in the second step, what you have to do is shift the decimal to the right as many places as the number of zeros in the multiplier. Children, when you read this, you may not understand, but I'll tell you, I'll show you how it is done. Because such problems, they are very simple. You don't have to sit and do the entire multiplication. Okay, all you need to do is for multiplication by powers of 10 only. I'm talking only multiplication of decimal number by power of 10. Okay, so to multiply any decimal number by powers of 10, you don't have to do the regular multiplication. All you need to do is write the number as it is without the decimal. So we remove this decimal, not here but here in the product, and then the rule says shift the decimal to the right side, to your right. In multiplication by powers of 10, you will be shifting the decimal to your right by how many? You might ask, how many places to shift? Is it not? That's the question you all will get. So how many places you're going to shift is, if you have 1 0, then you will be shifting only one place. So now let's start doing. First concentrate 1 or 2 problems, then you too can start solving. Now all of you agree this is a decimal number. Can you read it? Read along with me. 5.984 multiplied by 10. 10 to the power 1. This is 10. Okay. So how many zeros can you all see here? You can see 1 0. Is it not? There is only 1 0. So all I need to do is write this number as it is. 5, 9, 8, 4. What have I done? I have not written I have not shown the decimal point here. Why? Because we have multiplied by 10. Because we have multiplied with 10, this decimal has moved to the right by 1 place, children. 1 0, 1 place. Now your decimal is here and that itself is your answer. Otherwise, what do? You write it like this. 5.984 into 10. And again you will start multiplying 5, 9, 8, 4, 0, decimal 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. No need. Simple step. All you need to do is, I'm not saying this is wrong, children. Please bear in mind this is not wrong. But you don't have to go through the tedious process since you have a simpler method. But this rule is followed only when these are 10, 100, 1000, etc. Powers of 10. Okay, so that is the first problem. I hope you all understood. All we did was we wrote the number as it is, simply shifted the decimal. Clear? Second one. By now you would have guessed what is the second answer. So what is the rule say? The rule says write the number without the decimal. 16807. Now what do? How many zeros are there? Count. We have 2 zeros, 1 and 2. So our decimal will move to the right. Children, in multiplication it will move to the right. It will shift to the right. You just now saw the calculation. Okay. So this point will shift from here 1 place for 1 0. But we have 1 more 0. So 1 more place. Now our point, our decimal point which was after 16 is now after 0. This is your answer. Children, is it clear? When multiplied by 100, the decimal shifts 2 places to the right. If it is 10, 1 place to the right. If it is 1000, 3 places to the right. If it is 10,000, 4 places to the right. To the right, to your right. Okay, now do these, let's see. I'm sure by now many of you would have finished solving also. Okay, now I'm going to write 0, 0, 3. Count the number of zeros. 1, 2, 3. Okay, our decimal point is here. So 1, how many we counted? 1, 2, 3, is it not? So 1 place, 2 place. Where is the third place? We don't have a third place. So what do? Add a 0. I told you in the previous class, after the number you can add as many zeros as you want. You will not be changing the value. You have every right to, you are at liberty to add zeros after the number, not anywhere here in between. You can add here, you can add here, but not anywhere in between. Okay children, now I have 3 places. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1 more, 3. So what happened here? Your decimal is now here. So this can be written as 30.0. I don't know how many of you understood this. Since we have only 2 decimal places but 3 zeros, we are at liberty to add zeros. I can add, if I had 10,000, I can add 2 zeros. Now I have 1000, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now our decimal which was here shifted 1 place, 2 place, 3 places. Our decimal has come here. That's why I have written here 30.0. Instead of simply writing 30, I have written 30.0. Now these zeros do not have any significance. So I have written it as 30.0. Because if I write 4 as 04 or 9 as 09, they are all the same. Is it not? So I have removed all the zeros here which do not have any value and written the final answer as 30.0 children. Okay. Now go to the next one. Have you checked? Again, here we have 1561. Okay. So we have 2 zeros, but I have only 1 place, 1 decimal place I can shift. So to get 1 more decimal place, what do? Add a 0. So your decimal now has shifted after 0. So your answer is 15610.0. Children, I repeat, 2 zeros, I have only 1 decimal place. So 1 I have shifted. For the second decimal place, I can add 1 0. I told you, after the number, any number of zeros you can add in the decimal part. Likewise, now look at this. This is very simple. So write the number as it is. What do? When we write the number, we eliminate the decimal. Now we are going to shift 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Your answer is 0.0. That is 563.0 is your final answer, because these zeros do not have any significance. Children, I hope this is clear. Now go to the next one. The number is 00026. No decimal. Eliminate the decimal when you are writing this. Now count the number of zeros. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Your decimal is here. So for every 0, shift your decimal point to the right by 1 place. 1 0, 1 place. 1 0, I have written 1 place. 1 more 0, 1 more place. 1 more 0, 1 more place. Your decimal has now come here. Your answer is 2.6. Clear, children? Please carefully go through once again, and then we'll move on to product of a decimal number by a whole number. So far we did product of decimal number by power of 10. All these are powers of 10. I think now all of you are familiar with what powers of 10 means. Okay, fine. Shall we move on? Okay, now write down the next subheading is product of decimal by a whole number. Can you write that, children? Write the heading. Now we are going to do product of a decimal by a whole number. By a whole number. Okay? Okay. So what are the rules? Let me first explain what the rules are. So the rule says when you are multiplying a decimal by a whole number, arrange the decimals just like how you arrange multiplication of whole numbers. Along with the decimals you arrange, and do the multiplication without bothering the decimal number. That means you will multiply as if the decimal number does not exist there. Okay. Later, count the decimal numbers in the, here we have it in the multiplicand. Count the number of decimal places in the multiplicand from your right and place it in the product after that many places. Children, after explaining, when I do the examples, I'm sure you will be able to understand. First, let us write the rule. Write the rule. Multiply, arrange the numbers and multiply. So what did I tell here? You multiply as if the decimal number does not exist. You consider it as whole number and your decimal will be there, but you ignore it and multiply as if you are doing regular multiplication. In your second step, what you will do in the second step is count the number of decimal places. You are following, children? Count the number of decimal places in the multiplicand, because here we are doing decimal by whole number. So whole number doesn't have any decimals. So we'll count the decimal places in the multiplicand only. Your multiplier is whole number. Multiplicand. Okay. How? From your right. From the right side. Okay. And place it. It means place the decimal point in the product. Children, I hope I am clear. What do we do? First we ignore the decimal place, decimal point, okay, and multiply as if you are doing regular multiplication. Then what do? We count the decimal places from the right in the multiplicand and place it in the product. Let's see how to go about it. Ready? So, the first one is 45.9 into 9. Children, 45.9 is the decimal number, multiplier is the whole number. That's what we are discussing. Product of decimal by a whole number. Now arrange it like your regular multiplication. 45.9 into 9. 9 is whole number here. Write the product, let me see. 81, 3, 1 and 4. Check your answers. 9 9s 81. Carry 8. You can show if you want. 9 5s 45 plus 8 is 53. Carry 5. Carry over 5. 9 4s 36 plus 5 41. Now what did I tell you? Arrange the numbers and multiply. That's what we have done. We ignored the decimal point. Okay. Now second rule. What does it say? From your right. Let me show you. From your right. From your right. See. How many places? One place. One place. After one place from your right there is a decimal. So in the product you will write this decimal after one place. So your final product is 413.1 children. Please check. I think many of you would have understood. Okay. Now, second one, it is 15 into 0.086. What did we say here? Product of decimal and whole number. Okay. So what we'll do? Use commutative property and flip it. How? 0.086 into 50. Are we allowed to do this? Yes, we can. Is it not? So these two are, it's an example for commutative property. I have just flipped the order, and by applying commutative property, the product will not change. Okay, now let's see how to multiply. 0.086 into 15. Children, all of you are familiar with 15 table, I hope. So multiply and tell me the answer. Please multiply and tell me the answer. 15 6 is 90, is it not? Carry 9. 15 8 is what? 120, right? 120 plus 9, 129. Carry 12. What is 15 zeros? We learned the property, zero, multiplicative property of 0. So any number into 0 or 0 into any number gives you the product 0. So 15 into 0 is 0. 0 plus 12 is 12. Fine. Till here you have understood. Now, where to keep the decimal point is the question, is it not? So let's see where it is. 1, 2, 3. See here, 1, 2, 3 in the this is the multiplicand, is it not? 1 from your right, 2 from your right, 3, 1, 2, 3. So in our answer, that is the product, we have 1, 2, 3. Your decimal comes here. So the final answer is 1.290. Children, am I clear? Okay. One more example I'll give. You will do it. Check this answer. Now we have simple one. 7.64 is the decimal number into 8. Try, children. Here itself you can try. 8 is a simple multiplication table, is it not? So multiply. 8 4s 32, is it not? Carry 3. 8 6 48 plus 3 is 51, right? Carry 5. What am I doing? I am ignoring this decimal point. I am multiplying as if I am doing whole number multiplication. You will also do that, because if you look at the decimal, some of you may panic. Okay, no need to get scared. Just ignore this and finish your multiplication. What is 8 into 7? 56 plus 5, 61. So now I have 6112. But where to place the decimal point? 1 place, 2 place. Children, count from your right. 1 and 2, 1, 2. 61.12 is your answer. Please go through. See if you have got the same answers, if you have done independently. If there is any correction, please do it. Clear? Now what we are going to do is, we are going to multiply a decimal number by another decimal number. That's also very interesting, children. If you have finished this, we'll go to the next part. Okay? Okay. I'm erasing this, hoping that all of you are finished. The rule says it's almost the same. Okay. Only thing is, we have to count the decimal numbers both in the multiplicand and the multiplier, is it not? So write down product of a decimal by a decimal number. So 2 decimal numbers we have. Meaning multiplicand is the decimal, is a decimal number, multiplier is also a decimal number. Let's see. Okay, children? Okay. Rule: multiply the numbers. Please write down. Then count the decimal places both in the multiplicand and where else? Multiplicand and the multiplier. Check. Multiply, you will multiply the numbers as if you are doing whole numbers. Count the decimal places both in the multiplicand and the multiplier. Okay. And place it in the product. Children, this is the rule. Place it in the product. Okay. Okay. When we do the problem, you will definitely understand better. Now almost you know how to multiply decimal and whole number. The same thing, a little bit extra here, because we have both multiplicand and multiplier as decimals. Okay. First example. Let us see. We have 2.5 into 0.3, children. Arrange them. 2.5 into 0.3. Now let us imagine that the decimals are not there. Do regular multiplication. What is it? 3 5s 15. Carry 1. 3 2 6 plus 1 7. Fine. So far, so good. Okay. Now, what does the rule say? After multiplying, count the decimals both in the multiplicand and the multiplier. So, I'll start with the multiplier. I have 1 place plus 1 more. 1, 2. So, 1, 2, your decimal is here. Children, I hope you understood. 0.75 is the answer. How? I have multiplied the decimal number in the multiplier as well as multiplicand from the right side and placed it in the product. Please do it. Try the next one. I have 51.7 into 0.45. Children, try. One more I'll give. After this, you can try the next one also. 100.01 into 1.1. That is 11. Try. Okay. What did we say? 517. That is 51.7 into 0.45. Let me space it properly. 51.7 into 0.45. Do not look at the decimal places. Multiply first. How do you do that? Multiply with 5. 51.7 into 5. Write down. Start doing. It's very simple. Just like ordinary multiplication of whole numbers. Okay. So, first step is 5 sevens 35. Carry 3. So, 5, 8, 2, 5. 5 sevens 35. Carry 3. 5 ones 5. 8. 5 fives 25. Next, do with 4. 4 sevens 28. Carry 2. 4 ones 4. 6. 4 fives 20. Clear, children? Now we have 0. So we can't ignore that. 0, 0, 0. Okay. So how many? We have 0 into 7 is 0. 0 into 1 is again 0. 0 into 5 is again 0. Okay. Now let's see. 5 add up. 16, 12, 3 and 2. Clear? Yes, children. Now count the number of places. Let's see. In the multiply, you can add first here or here. Any way is fine. Okay, I'll show you this also. 1 place, 2, 3. Do you agree? In the multiplicand I have 1 place. In multiplier I have 2 places. 1 plus 2, 3. So here 1, 2, 3. Place the decimal. So the answer, final answer is 23.265. Is it visible? Okay. Look at the next one. This is very, very simple. Is it not, children? You are multiplying with nothing but 11. So 11 ones 11, because next one is 0. Then you have 11 0 0, 11 0 0. Again 11 ones 11. Okay. So decimal place 1, 2, 3. Again in the multiplier I have 1 place. In the multiplicand I have 2 places. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. After 3 places. Final answer is 110, 110.011. Please check your answers. Clear, children? Now, so with this multiplication of decimals we have done, okay, I am going to give you assignment on multiplication of decimals by powers of 10, by whole numbers and by decimals. Try. Check your answers first. Okay. Your homework, children. Okay. Your assignment is you have to find the product of 1.3 into 10, 1.537 into 100. So I think all these are quite clear. And then find for the same number with different powers of 10. Everywhere it is 0.176 into 10, 0.176 into 10,000, 100 and 1000. But the same number is multiplied with different powers of 10. Then see what answers you're going to get. Next one. You have find the product. First I've given you decimal number by whole numbers. All these are whole numbers. Okay. Find out the answers. Then I'll change this one here, children, because you have the same number. Shall I make it 18? Please make it 18. Okay. Now, everywhere it is decimal number by whole number. The fourth main you have decimal number by another decimal number, children. So, I hope after you have understood all the rules, please apply them for each main and do the multiplication. We'll discuss the answers in our next class. Thank you, children. Have a nice day. God bless you.